What if I told you real-life animals exist with powers far beyond imagination? Powers that break nature's rules. Watch till the end. The final truth will haunt you forever, inshallah. You're about to enter a world you were never supposed to see. A world where life refuses to die, where parasites hijack minds and creatures return from the dead. This is not science fiction. These are Earth's true superheroes. Let's begin. Number 10. The mind-controlled beetle, puppet of the parasite. Deep inside the Amazon jungle, a seemingly normal beetle crawls up a tree. Nothing strange, nothing unusual, until it suddenly stops. Then, like it's possessed, it turns around and starts climbing higher. Not for food, not for shelter, but toward death, because inside its body is something alive. A horrific parasitic fungus has invaded its brain, slowly taking over its thoughts. This creature, once free, is now a living puppet marching to its doom. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. Once it reaches the perfect height, the beetle latches onto a branch and dies. Then, the fungus bursts from its body, spreading its deadly spores below. But here's what scientists won't tell you casually. This fungus doesn't just infect one species. It has learned to adapt to different hosts. And researchers have discovered something terrifying. Some parasites in nature can modify behavior in ways eerily similar to human manipulation. Could something one day turn us into mindless puppets? That's not a fantasy. It's a question some scientists are seriously asking. Still think animals are just cute little forest friends? Think again. Because, number 9, the immortal jellyfish, life without end. Picture this. An animal that grows old, gets sick, is attacked, and instead of dying, it resets. Like a living time machine, it returns to the beginning of its life cycle, again and again. Introducing Turritopsis dohrnii, the only known, biologically immortal animal. This tiny jellyfish, smaller than your thumbnail, holds a secret scientists are racing to understand. It can transform its adult cells back into young, brand new cells. It doesn't just heal wounds, it reverses time. But pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. Studies show that if this process could be replicated in humans, it could mean the end of aging. The beginning of true immortality. But here's the catch. The jellyfish doesn't live forever in safety. It can still be eaten or destroyed. The terrifying irony? The only creature that holds the key to eternal life spends its existence hiding, terrified, in the shadows of the ocean. And that's not even the strangest ability in the sea. Number 8, the pistol shrimp, the one-clawed blaster. Some creatures have claws. Some have power. But the pistol shrimp, it has a weapon. It doesn't bite. It doesn't sting. Instead, it snaps. One click of its claw, and an underwater shockwave explodes from it at speeds over 60 miles per hour. But here's the part no one believes until they see it. That single snap is so intense it creates a bubble hotter than the surface of the sun. Yes, you heard that right. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. This claw isn't just a tool, it's a new sonic cannon. It kills prey instantly. It stuns fish in a flash. And sometimes, it even generates a flash of lightweight underwater from the heat. This tiny creature, smaller than your finger, is walking around with built-in thermonuclear tech. Still think nature is peaceful? You're just starting to see how dangerous it can get. Number 7, the axolotl, the animal that grows itself back. What happens when a human loses a limb? Trauma, disability, surgery. But if you're an axolotl, you grow it back. Bone, muscle, nerves, even parts of the brain. And not just once, as many times as needed. Yes, this real-life animal can regenerate almost its entire body. Scientists have tried everything to figure out how it works. How can one animal rebuild, aka a whole spinal cord, a missing eye, even pieces of its beating heart, with no scars? Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. Here's the chilling part. Axolotls don't age like we do. They retain their juvenile state forever. It's like they're stuck in time. And some researchers now believe their regeneration powers might be tied to ancient genetic instructions, the same ones humans once had and lost. What if we could switch those instructions back on? It sounds like science fiction, but it's already happening in labs. A creature that never grows old, that never scars, that never loses a part of itself for long. And it's real. Today. But nothing compares to what's next. Number 6. The tardigrade, the creature that can survive the apocalypse. At first glance, it's tiny, harmless, almost laughable. The tardigrade is barely half a millimeter long. You'd need a microscope just to see it. But this microscopic beast is one of the toughest life forms ever discovered. It doesn't just survive in water, it survives boiling temperatures, freezing space, toxic radiation, nuclear blasts, and even the vacuum of space. Yes, it has survived space. Real, outer space. No suit, no oxygen. So how does it do it? Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. When threatened, the tardigrade shuts itself down completely. It enters a death-like state called cryptobiosis, where time practically stops. Then, decades later, it comes back to life. Some scientists revived tardigrades. After 30 years, frozen in ice, and they simply woke up and started moving. No heartbeat, no brain function, but still alive, waiting. And here's the final chill. They've already survived 5 mass extinctions on Earth. Which means, if humans disappear, if fire rains from the sky, if the world turns to ash, tardigrades will still be here, watching, waiting. Number 5. The mantis shrimp, the living weapon with 16 eyes. Imagine a creature so advanced, it can acquire see colors humans don't even have words for. Now imagine it's also equipped with a strike, faster than a speeding bullet, capable of shattering aquarium glass. You're imagining the mantis shrimp, nature's most underrated predator. This underwater warrior doesn't just see color. It sees polarized light, ultraviolet patterns, and even movement so subtle it's invisible to us. But here's the horror. When it punches, yes, punches, the force is over 1,500 newtons. That's the same as a .2 caliber bullet. And it doesn't stop there. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. When it strikes, it causes a cavitation bubble. That bubble explodes, creating heat hotter than the sun, just like the pistol shrimp, except this time there's a double strike. First the punch, then the meow. Shockwave. Now here's the insane part. Scientists studying the mantis shrimp's armor found it's made of a substance so strong it's being studied for military body armor and space shuttle plating. You're watching a creature that could reshape warfare, and it lives in coral reefs. Still think humans are the dominant species? Number 4, the lyrebird, the master of deception. At first glance, it's just a bird, graceful, elegant, beautiful feathers. But then, it opens its mouth. And what comes out? Anything it wants. The lyrebird can mimic chainsaws, camera shutters, crying babies, barking dogs, alarms, and even human speech. Not similar sounds. Exact copies. Some have even mimicked the sound of construction workers yelling. But pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. In one study, researchers found a lyrebird that had memorized the entire alarm sequence of a nearby building, including the metal door slamming after the alarm stops. That's not just mimicry. That's audio memory at an almost terrifying level. Now here's where it gets eerie. Male lyrebirds use this mimicry to fool females. They create the illusion of a predator approaching to rush mating decisions. Yes, this bird uses fake fear to manipulate others. We're not watching a songbird. We're watching the rise of natural deception. Proof that lying isn't a human trait. It's wild, ancient, and weaponized. Number 3, the sea cucumber, the creature that becomes liquid. Imagine an animal with no bones, no defense, and no speed. But if you try to grab it, it melts. Literally. The sea cucumber can dissolve its body tissues at will, becoming soft and slippery like water. Then, just as quickly, it hardens again. That's right. This animal cannot switch between liquid and solid form. How? Its collagen fibers rearrange in milliseconds, allowing total control over body consistency. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. In times of danger, some sea cucumbers don't run. They eject their internal organs. Yes, spit out their intestines to distract predators. And within 48 hours, those organs grow back. Imagine throwing your stomach at someone trying to kill you, and then regrowing it like nothing happened. That's not defense, that's biological madness. And here's the silent horror. These creatures are showing scientists how to create shape-shifting medical tools and e-tissue regrowth tech. This isn't just nature, it's the blueprint for next-gen biotechnology. Number 2, the African lungfish, the animal that sleeps for years. What if you could sleep? Not for 8 hours or 8 days, but 8 years. Meet the African lungfish, a prehistoric survivor that can hibernate inside mud for up to 7 years. Without water, food, or movement. When drought strikes and rivers vanish, it buries itself, secretes mucus, forms a cocoon, and waits. And waits. And waits. Years go by. The world changes. The climate shifts. But inside the cocoon, the lungfish remains. Undead. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist that will change everything. When water returns, this creature awakens instantly, as if no time has passed. Scientists were stunned when they discovered that during this suspended animation, the lungfish slows its metabolism to near death. But not death. And here's the chilling implication. Human bodies can't do this, but maybe someday they could. Cryonics? Long space travel? Deep surgery? The answers might lie in the mud, with the lungfish. We're not talking about Sleeping Beauty. We're talking about a biological time traveler. Number 1, the wood frog, the animal that freezes to death and comes back. You're walking through the Alaskan woods. You find a frog. Cold. Solid. Frozen stiff. No heartbeat. No breathing. It's dead. Except it's not. Come springtime, this frog thaws and jumps away. Yes, the wood frog freezes solid. Every winter, organs, brain, blood, all ice. Then defrosts itself in the sun and returns to life. No scars, no damage, just back. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. Scientists have proven this frog doesn't just survive freezing. It uses glucose and urea as cryoprotectants, preventing its cells from bursting like human cells would. In other words, it has evolved its own antifreeze. And the terror? If humans were to freeze like that, our cells would rupture instantly. But this frog? It's already achieving what we dream of. True suspended animation. And the horrifying final fact? Final shocking fact. There may be animals that have already mastered conscious resurrection. Deep-sea researchers recently found microorganisms trapped in Antarctic ice for over 100,000 years. They thawed them out, They woke up. No evolution. No changes. No death. They just waited. Now ask yourself, if something lived through ancient extinction, survived frozen time, and returned, what else is out there? Silently waiting, watching us, preparing. This is not a video. This is a warning. If your heart is still racing, let it. That means you're alive. But remember, nature is full of secrets. Secrets it hides from us. Which of these powers shocked you the most? And what if I told you we've only scratched the surface? Comment below. Which point froze your brain? And let me know if you want. Part 2, Abilities Even Scientists Fear. Please subscribe, because hitting your subscribe button can give me new motivation to work harder and succeed. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Inshallah.